everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, and I'm having a splendid day here in Pennsylvania because guess what? I finally picked up my C8 Corvette from my good friends at Fabspeed, where they just installed this amazing exhaust. This exhaust is really cool because it's got valves on it, so it can be loud, it can be quiet, but you know me, I want it loud all the damn time. And just sitting here at idle, you can hear this beautiful thing roar. But wait until we hit the Pennsylvania Turnpike and head back home to filthy Cleveland, because you're in for a treat. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded. Before we get in the damn car, let's take a look at these beautiful, huge, round exhaust tips with carbon fiber on them. I think they look amazing. I love the way they are staggered and they fill up that exhaust port really nicely. I think this looks 10 times better than the square OEM exhaust pipes, and you'd have to agree, but just listen to this, man, and look at this beautiful artwork. I mean, it's almost like artwork, the way that they crafted their X-pipe exhaust system with the catalytic converters in there, so the car still smells great, doesn't smell like a raw petrol burning animal. And if we open the trunk, it looks great from inside as well. Everything's nicely done. It's a really nice system. But now it's time to hit the road, man. Let's go. Now keep in mind the ground's a little wet, so can't really go crazy, but I think you'll agree that this thing definitely sounds different than stock. Louder, more aggressive. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's nice. That is a nice sounding exhaust, I must say. On downshift, sounds great too. And you know, there's not really a droning sound. I mean, it's a really smooth sound when you're just cruising. I'm going to put it in the drive, take it out of manual mode. It's going to kick up into 8th gear. And now look, not that loud, definitely doesn't overwhelm the cabin, but it still lets you know that you've got a nice V8 LT2 engine behind you, producing almost actually a little bit more than 450 horsepower at the wheel, as we can see here on the dyno at Fabspeed. That was pretty awesome. So that's a few more horsepower over what it did stock, but there's still some more things that my good friends at Fabspeed are going to do to this exhaust to even pull more power out of it. I believe next up they're going to work on creating some headers for it, and once that happens, that should be pretty amazing. I'm going to put it back in manual mode so we can give it a dance. Whew. That's nice. Again, I can't get too frisky on these wet roads with these performance tires. But I think you get the feeling here. I'm gonna switch it over to track mode. You can hear all the backfiring and it just sounds amazing. Sounds really, really good. Wow. Thoroughly impressed with this amazing system. The look, the performance, extra few ponies and horsepower, but the sound. I mean, this cabin, believe it or not, with the stock exhaust, and I had the Z51 exhaust, which, you know, sounded it was a little more throaty than the stock exhaust that comes with the C8 Corvette, but now this is a night and day difference from the Z51 performance exhaust. Whoa! Woo! Okay, just got a little tailspin there. That was fun. So we'll put it back into sport mode, and we can't fool around with that too much on these slick conditions. But how do I feel? I've got 952 miles on my C8 Corvette right now, and granted, it's been in the shop. A lot of my ownership experience so far, you know, I had it in the shop to get the wrap, and then Fabspeed had it for a little bit over a month. I've probably driven this car all of 3 days, but I tell you, every time I get behind the wheel, I thoroughly enjoy it. Just the experience of it. I mean, the way that the throttle is so responsive, and how low it sits. Now granted, this is my first supercar, and yes, I'm calling the C8 Corvette a supercar. It has the looks of a supercar, the performance, and now it has the sound to match. I had a truck driver come up to me. I gave him my card to my channel. I hope he's watching. And he said he followed me on the highway, and he said that when I came by him, the car just sounds ferocious. So you can obviously hear the exhaust a lot better from outside the car than from inside, because of course they did a good job of sound deadening and all that. I might want to seek some aftermarket folks to kind of pump more sound into the interior, because I just like loud exhausts, if you remember from my Range Rover Sport. As I'm getting passed by Sprinter vans that have all season tires, they can do that right now. I can't. But you know, owning this car so far has been pretty cool. No problems with it whatsoever. Of course, you've seen those videos out there from folks with their C8s that make videos about you know, things that have gone wrong with them, stitching on the dash and all that. My stitching is just fine. There's no issues. I don't have issues with water leaking into the interior or anything like that. So I really don't have anything bad to say about the C8. I do feel bad for the folks that are unable to get their cars right now. My hearts go out to them because of the shutdown at the factory because of COVID-19. But I'll tell you guys what, once you do get your car, you're going to totally forget about the delay, because you're going to be so happy with driving the thing and the way that it performs, especially if you're a previous Corvette owner, previous generation. If you're going from a C5, 6, or 7 up into the C8, there's going to be a noticeable difference, and you will enjoy it. So next up for me is to put this thing on the track and do a track day with it with my good buddy Mike Lally or Manny from Moto Million. We've got some good track days coming up. And then I got to take it back to Rehab Detailing. They're going to wrap the door jambs. A lot of you guys have noticed the door jambs weren't wrapped. And the reason why Rehab didn't wrap the door jambs, I didn't give them enough time. You know, everything was pretty rush when I got the vehicle. So I'll return it to them. They'll wrap the door jambs. They're going to install a set of Vossen wheels. You're not going to want to miss that. Those wheels are going to look amazing on this vehicle. So I was just cruising in 5th gear that whole time, and now I put it in the 6th. I'm going to throw it back in the drive. And I'm going to change the modes there, put it in tour mode. And now you can see in tour mode, if you like a quiet exhaust, you've got it. In tour mode, it just really mutes it. It sounds really peaceful. You can have a phone conversation. You can listen to Nas. It was written, a classic album. It's just amazing. But you know me, I want it loud, so I'm gonna put it back in the Sport. Yeah, that's the sound that I love. So stay tuned. We got some SmackDown videos coming too with the C8 versus my good buddy Mike. He has a new 2020 Porsche 911, so that should be some cool runs. He also has a Fabspeed exhaust for that. So stay tuned, folks. We've got a lot of good content coming. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell, and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded. We got it in drive mode now. Took it out of manual. We're just gonna cruise the highway all the way home and have some fun. Stay tuned for the videos, folks. We'll catch you next time on the 650 YouTube channel.